Welcome to Let's Talk Trade. Hi everyone, I'm Darren and I won Screwfix Top Tradesperson 2019.
Hiya, I'm Chris and I won Screwfix Trade Apprentice 2020.
Right Chris, let's just get right into these questions, why don't we? How did you get started in the trade?
A lot of my friends were doing apprenticeships at the time. I was working in a local retail, like a trade retailers, and it just kind of progressed from there. Like my big brother got an apprenticeship and I wanted to copy him, and I wasn't doing so good at the time, so it just worked out. I applied for every opportunity I could, and only one company got back to me. What about yourself?
Myself, I was actually dragged into roofing from my father, third generation roof tiler, so I didn't really have much of a choice. I was actually up on roofs while I was still at school, at the weekends for £5 a shift. So yeah, that's how I get started in the trade. What is the biggest challenge that you've ever faced as a trade person or an apprentice?
I would probably say this year, COVID-19, it's been quite hard to get materials and things like that. I've still been off with my current employer since March, so it's been quite a bit of a bummer. How about yourself? What challenge have you faced, apart from working for £5 a shift?
Well, it's been up a little bit since then. The biggest challenge I've faced since I've been a tradesperson, well, I think it's more a case of, because of roofing as a whole, the challenges that we face every day as rogue traders, cowboys. So I feel as if I'm constantly justifying to the client or the customer that I'm good at what I do. So I feel I have a daily challenge, just every day try to justify and show that we're actually good at what we do. Yeah. So Chris, you say that you're a joiner, and joinery has so many different aspects. What part of joinery do you like the most?
I like the first fix part of joinery. I love the framing part, doing the timber kits, the roofs. I really enjoy fitting windows. Being honest, I'm not a massive fan of kitchens. I don't really like fitting kitchens. They're too fiddly. I just prefer to get a bit of hammer and nails, get into a bit of framing. I think that's my favourite part.
Like a rough joiner, you would say, yeah?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
probably the best, yeah. It's good fun.
Good. Yes, you get to hammer things harder.
It doesn't need to be so perfect.
No. So, Chris, do you ever get the chance to work abroad, or is mainly all of your work based in Scotland?
With my current employer, all of our work's based in Glasgow. They do run a project scheme every couple of years where they go to Malawi and do some charity work over there. They have like a big building site over there. They done it last year. I don't know when it will happen again, obviously, with the current pandemic. But yeah, it's really interesting, and it's a great experience for the apprentices that did get to do it.
So they do take apprentices over with them as well. That's brilliant.
Yeah, they take. I think it was 10 apprentices they took over with them. All different trades: plumbers, sparks, joiners, painters, and I think they built a hospice. I'm sure it was, or it was a part of a school. I don't know 100%.
I think to have that on your CV would be amazing. But I mean
cool.
to have that in a business is amazing. Yeah, definitely. How has your job and your role changed since winning Screwfix Trade Apprentice?
Well, my job with my current employer hasn't changed at all because I've obviously been off. But independently, massively, it's changed everything. I've just been busier, been able to take on more jobs, things like that. It's just been better. What about yourself?
Good. Listen, can I just go back to that? Do you feel that you're now getting people coming to you more than you having to advertise and market yourself since winning the competition?
Definitely. The messages I get on social media have just boomed. Even people asking for advice, not just customers, like people asking for advice. And I've had grown guys message me that have been doing it for 10 years, asking me for advice. I've been doing it for 3 years.
Brilliant. That's brilliant.
So, aye.
No, that's
what about yourself?
Much the same. I mean, I think social media wise, since I won, it's propelled us. It's put us above the parapet. A lot of people from social media are just contacting me. They already know that we're good at what we do because you have the recognition of winning Screwfix Top Tradesperson. The jobs just seem to be coming to me, and I'm actually knocking back work now. We can't cope with the influx of new work that's coming in since. So yeah, it's a good thing to have, to be able to have that
It's a good
recognition,
problem.
and it's a good problem to have. So long may that continue. And I think for me and for you to have that is a great thing. So it's going to be with you forever, which it just shows you that anyone that wants to enter this competition, it can do so much for your business and to take you to the next level. It really can.
Definitely.
Yeah.
What
So
doors has it
what's it
opened
been
for you?
like? So,
Sorry.
sorry.
I s-
Say that again. Sorry, Chris.
I was going to say, what doors has it opened for you? Like, how's it progressed?
Yeah, for me, the doors it's opened. I mean, we're now got 2 sites with Barrett Homes.
Mhm.
We've got another 3 sites with another developer that I can't mention yet. But in terms of, like I says to you earlier, people are coming to me now via email, phone calls, they're phoning the office, and you value what you can bring to the party now. They know you're good. You're not justifying it or having to compete with someone maybe lesser than you. And I don't mean any disrespect by that, because everyone needs to earn a living. But I just feel that now, since winning it, people know that I'm good and they know what they're going to get for their money, which is
Mhm.
fantastic for us. And I'm sure that'll come to yourself as well over the next year. So what are the next steps for you and for your business?
Well, I still need to finish my apprenticeship. I've got, I think it's 9 months left. I think I want to stay with my current employer for a couple of years just to get a bit more experience. I don't think it would do me any harm learning for some of the older generation. And then I want to go full time myself, like yourself. Take
Yeah.
apprentices on, maybe get a partner, things like that, and go onto sites
Yeah.
and new build homes or renovations or whatever. How about yourself?
Well, I can help you out that way if you want, no problem.
That's good.
Yeah. So
Keep that in
the
mind.
next steps for me are just to continue doing what I'm doing. Roofing again as a whole, to go back to that, I feel that the only way to get good tradesmen is to teach them. So the apprenticeship
Mhm.
program for me is massive. We get them in, CITB funded, and we want to just train them the way we want to train them. Have them out on site, getting them up to speed the way my father taught me. For me, I would just want to take it to another level, because I just want my name. I want DMG to be there when I'm not here anymore, and I want to leave it to my son. So when he gets to an age that he's ready to take over, I just want him just to just come in and take the business to another level. Yeah, definitely.
That's cool.
What would you say to anyone thinking of becoming a trade apprentice?
Go for it. Just, I would say, 100% go for it, but research the trade that you're going to get into. If you don't like, for example, if you don't like getting wet, or don't become a plumber, or if you don't like heights, I wouldn't become a roofer. I would research before you dive into things. I think people can get put off
Yeah,
by choosing the wrong trade. Um,
yeah, definitely.
aye, that's it.
No,
Definitely research and dive in head first.
yeah, I would say the exact same. I mean, there's a lot of different trades out there, and you might, like, you could have been into something else and not liked it, but now you've kind of found joinery and you love it. I mean, me, I was
Hmm.
forced into roofing, but I feel that every day I turn up, I do love my job. I love driving by a house that I done 5 years ago and go, I done that roof, and you
Uh,
know it's going to be there for 30, 40, 50 years. And I think if you love your job, then it's half the battle. It really is.
mhm.
Plus, you get paid
You
for it.
get to take pride in your work.
Yes, exactly.
That's good.
What tips would you give to the next generation of tradespeople and apprentices?
Um, I would say it's I don't know, 2 seconds. I would say go for it, like for jobs, but at the same time, I would know your boundaries, if that makes sense. Like I wouldn't take on too much, but at the same time, give it a go. I mean, I started going out on my own when I was in first year, but I wouldn't take on something I
Yep.
wasn't capable of doing. Um,
Yeah,
like I would know where to stop before, because that's when you get bad name for yourself or you make mistakes and things
yeah,
like that.
yeah. You can do 100 jobs and they can all be great, but see if you do that one job and you leave that customer with a bad taste in their mouth, they can
Hmm.
destroy everything that you've built up. So for
Aye,
me,
definitely.
for the next generation of tradespeople, it's for me hard work. Go in, do your
Hmm.
job, do it to the best of your ability, and good customer service, I think, is paramount in construction. If you're given the client, speak to every client as if they are the only client that you're working for. Don't ever tell them that you're working for 2 or 3 different people. That's the only client you're working for, and give them the best customer service and workmanship that you possibly can. That would be my tip for it.
Definitely. What's the best job you've ever done, Darren? Or the biggest job you've ever done?
The biggest, I done a full renovation down in Helensburgh, maybe last year I think it was, and it was an old care home. It was an 1800 building. We stripped the thing fully back, refelted it, brand new slates put on, and we were actually up for 2 awards for best new roof. And I travelled down to Manchester. Unfortunately, I didn't win it, but to get down to the last 4 roofs in the UK for us, the recognition was massive. So I think for the length of time that took me, it was 5 months we were on that project. That was the biggest and probably the best that I've ever done. Yeah. What about yourself?
That's amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
Probably in my first year, I was working in a school in Govan Hill. We were replacing all the sash windows, and the sash windows must have been about 3 meters high, 2 meters wide. They were huge. It took 5 days to lift them. It was cool. I really enjoyed the job. And the sash weights were about 40 kilo. It was good.
I can imagine. Oh, great.
Darren, do you have any top tips for becoming a top businessman and progressing?
I wouldn't say I was a top businessman. I try my best. I try to always give the customer the best customer service and job that I possibly can. But if I had any tips for anyone, it's just every single job you do, just do it to the best of your ability. Customer service, again, I would say, is key. When I do a job, it's my names that are on the side of the vans, so I can't really get away from it or hide behind it. It's DMG, Darren McGee. So for me, I feel as if my neck is on the line every job that I do, and I think that's what probably keeps me ahead of everyone else, the fact that it is my name, and I want to keep the standard of workmanship up there. Yeah. Right, Chris, that's all the questions been answered. I think we've done pretty well.
Yeah, it's been great fun. I've been hoping to do something like this again in the future. It's really enjoyable.
Okay, thanks guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.